We are here today at the Scherzer workshop at the BNS factory in Markneukirchen, and today we have the honor to welcome Jon Dante here. Jon is, if I understand that correctly, you are from New England, from Boston.
That's right.
Where you played with a quintet for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And so that's quite an international career that you had, because afterwards you moved to the New Mexico Symphony Orchestra, played there for 7 years, trumpet, and then the big travel over the big pond started, so you went to Malaysia, to the Malaysia Philharmonic Orchestra, played there for another 6 years? Five years. And just recently you took over the position of principal trumpet player in the Hong Kong Philharmonic Orchestra, right?
That's correct, yeah.
And tell us a bit how you came in contact with Scherzer and BNS, because as far as I understand, you were introduced to us by, this is another international thing, by an Hungarian tuba player.
That's correct.
Who works with a German manufacturer.
Right,
so.
right. Well, I've had exposure to BNS and Scherzer for many years. I mean, the very first piccolo trumpet that I even heard was one of yours. And although I didn't get a piccolo trumpet until college, I was still exposed to tuba players who were always playing on minor Weston tubas. So I've had a kind of a consistent exposure to your company and stuff. But meeting Roland and him making the introduction and for me to actually come here was really kind of like an amazing opportunity. So.
Right, and you are quite in need for something, because I think in December you are due to play a Mahler 5 with the orchestra, right?
Yeah, that has a few things for trumpet in it, and I'm kind of excited to play rotary trumpet on Mahler 5. I've played the piece a few times, and being an American-trained trumpet player, we tend to play all the Mahler and the Strauss on piston trumpets.
Right.
But over the past few years, I've been experimenting a lot with playing more rotary trumpet on the music. It was actually written for rotary trumpet.
So you want to give the composers justification and do it in the way they would have imagined it to be played.
Right. Yeah. So I've been experimenting with it a lot over the past few years, and I think the turning point for me was when we performed Alpine Symphony in Malaysia last year, and I walked on stage with a rotary trumpet and felt confident about playing that piece on the rotary, and then I realized after the concert that it actually was easier on rotary trumpet. For me at least. I mean, it just, the soft things blend much better, I feel, with the winds and the strings than the piston trumpet, which would make sense that it was written for that instrument. So it's a challenge for an American player to play the rotary trumpet, but I'm up for the challenge.
Yeah, so you're quite an exception, I would think.
Yeah.
So, and yesterday we were at the showroom in Geretsried, and you tried several models.
Yes.
But I think here at the Scherzer factory, the Scherzer workshop, we completed the mission, I think.
I believe we did.
Would you mind to give some examples and try what you found and how you found it and how it works for you?
Okay. Well, this is what we ended up with, and I had a few suggestions, and the staff here was brilliant and responded immediately to them, and was able to modify this instrument in a way that made it really easy for me to play. We came up with a lead pipe design, and because I tend to play flat on all my instruments, you were nice enough to cut down the main slide for me so I can actually play at pitch without lifting everything up. Basically, as an American trumpet player, I wanted an instrument that would be easy to play, but to have a German sound. And usually, when you get into that kind of a thing, you get a German trumpet that it looks like a German trumpet, but it plays and sounds like a piston trumpet. So I didn't want to go that route. I wanted to stay true to a real Germanian sound, if you will,
right.
But to have as much ease of playability as possible. And like I said, with the responsiveness of the folks working here, we were able to do it in less than 48 hours, which is pretty amazing to me.
We had some lead time to prepare that.
Mhm.
I think it was a very good idea of you to point out that
Mhm.
you want this double trigger on the
Yes.
first and the third.
Yeah, just to show you, a lot of rotary trumpets have just a kick on the third slide, and there's a combination setup that we put on so we can move both the first and third slides with one thumb trigger. And the slides are also vented, so there's not a buildup of compression in the valve slide, which actually does cause turbulence when you're trying to blow into the instrument. So they're vented, they work beautifully.
To fight the vacuum, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the valves that we vented.
Right.
Yeah.
And then all the Vienna keys are here, which I really like, in the actual location and the way that the actual way that they're designed is very, very slick. I mean, you don't have to reach out with your pinky
Right.
to get at them at all. They're just right there, which is good because my pinky is broken. So, yeah. So this is what we came up with, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful to look at. The finish work on it it doesn't get any better. I mean, you can look at this as close as you want, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful instrument. And I think it sounds as good as it looks. So,
Thank you very much. Would you mind to
be
show us something?
It would be my pleasure.